Hi guys, welcome to the GAGGED podcast. I'm Leah Hayes.
And Bella Joie, your hosts.
And today we have the wonderfully stunning, gorgeous Eva Maxim.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
So excited to have you here.
Yes.
Oh, thank you for having
So
me.
excited.
Yeah, finally like a chance to get to talk to you a little bit. And
Yes.
It's like, I'm so excited to hear all about
Because
you.
we met for a brief moment at the house party.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which was
Yes,
cute, but
yes.
you were
I was-
bebopping, skedaddling all
Yeah,
around, girl.
Oh,
Everywhere.
Yes.
We
We
all
went
are.
out a
Oh, yeah,
time
we
or
hang out a couple
two.
times,
Yeah.
yes.
And where I go get my hair done is like where
Yeah,
your
my
like
sis-
bestie
yeah,
like
my
lives
sis
or
works
not lives
there.
there,
Yeah.
works there. So yeah, we've seen each other around and went out once or twice. But no, so excited to have you on. So you're currently living here in Vegas,
Yes, I live in
right?
Vegas.
Yeah. And how long have you lived here?
I'm no stranger to Vegas, but I just moved back from LA 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. But
Yeah.
you would like come in and out of Vegas like all the time.
I lived in Miami for 3 years. I lived in LA for the past 5 years.
Oh, okay.
And just moved back.
So a
to
while.
Vegas,
Okay.
yeah.
So do you like Vegas more than LA?
It's not that I like Vegas, but like all my friends and my dad, they live here. It's
Oh,
kind of like-
okay. Okay, so you have family here. Okay, yeah, then that's like a big pull to the
when
city.
I moved away from LA, I was going through a separation, so it just makes sense to come here.
Yeah. So you're like, I want like a clean slate kind of thing.
I just wanted to be close to friends and family.
Yeah. Okay. No, that makes sense. But like, besides like your separation when you're living in LA, did you like LA?
Because
it's very, like, hit or miss.
I hate
Okay.
LA. LA is not for me.
I
It's
could never live in
It's
LA.
not for me either.
disgusting.
It's fun to like
I'm
go
sorry.
and spend some time and then leave.
like it's just overcrowded and it's
It's
dirty
expensive.
and it's just
There's like kind of like a dark energy in LA. I always
No,
say
she
it. It's
always
like
says
a
that
weird
every time we
vibe
go.
there, and I'm like, I don't know, something's just like not right.
no, I hate
Yeah,
it.
it's weird seeing like I feel like it's very just as an outsider looking in, like an American thing is like LA because it's very like you have kind of like the poorer areas and then you have like the super rich and it's so in your face in LA. Like you'll see like unfortunately like with like the homeless situation there and then you see like a mansion like it's crazy just like that
Yeah.
kind of divide there. And
No, totally.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Vegas a lot. Like, I've been out here so much, so I totally understand like why you live here, and it's good for like work stuff too. You know.
You're closer to LA. You're like 30
Yeah.
minute fly from LA.
Yeah,
right?
which is why it is nice being here just with like industry work and all that stuff. Speaking of, so you are known, obviously, like very well known in the industry.
She's an icon. If you didn't know, now
Yeah.
you know.
Such an icon. You have, what, 2 awards and 6 noms, but I guess you have more this year.
I have 4 awards
4
already.
awards.
Yes,
Okay.
that I have won in the past. And this year I have, I think, 3 nominations for AVN and 4 nominations for XBIZ or something like that.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
amazing.
No, that's awesome. So wait, what were your awards for?
XBIZ, Tease, Fleshbot, and something else.
Okay.
They're not even
She's
out
like,
in my
I've worked
house.
so much, I don't
Yeah.
even know.
Yeah, you're just like, it's just another one of my many trophies.
Oh my
And-
gosh.
Yeah. Okay, but do you remember like what it was for? If it was for like you as an individual performer or if it was for like a specific scene or anything like that?
I think, okay, my scene for Muses with Kira Noir, that one on XBIZ.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But I don't remember for what.
Oh, okay.
But
You just
with
remember it
both,
was
yeah,
with Kira.
but,
Kira's
yeah,
also like
with
another
both,
icon,
yeah.
like stunning girl, like
Yeah.
Amazing.
No,
That
so I can
scene-
see why you would win.
Yeah,
Like you two
that's-
together would be crazy.
That scene won an award.
Okay, and so how long ago did you start in the industry?
I started in the industry 5 years ago,
Okay.
almost to go on 6, but I took 2 years and a half off.
Oh, like in between.
Like, yeah.
Okay,
I
like during
worked
the
for
pandemic?
I worked for 3 years. I stopped during the I stopped during the pandemic.
Okay.
And then I just got back. This is gonna be my second year back.
Okay. Okay, cute. So yeah, I guess that makes sense because like I wasn't in like the industry or like I didn't start my OF at that point either. So like I have no idea like what went on before, but like what was that time like? Because I guess they weren't like having award shows or anything anymore, right?
Actually, that time was stunning.
Oh really?
It,
Well, because she was in it before and then took a
Yeah.
break during it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean like what like did like studios like stop booking for a while or like
studios stopped booking for a little bit, and then we had very weird guidelines. Like we will test for COVID, like
Oh,
on set
okay.
and
On
stuff
top
like
of,
that.
like,
yeah, but we
testing,
were
yeah.
still shooting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It never
okay.
really stopped.
Porn never
Yeah.
stops. People are
Yeah.
home. They need to.
That's true.
You're
I guess that's
horny.
like during the
Yeah.
period when like
Yeah.
OF like exploded too.
And like studios were probably doing so well because everyone's just like home.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you're right, actually.
makes a
Okay,
lot of
so
sense.
did you do OF like as you were doing like industry work or after?
Both.
Both? Okay.
Yeah, I kind of started both
Around
at
the same time.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cute. And would you say like the time that you spend working is that like divided pretty evenly or would you say you're like more busy with like industry stuff or OF stuff?
I always been more busy with industry stuff.
Okay.
Really?
And like, yeah, there was a time that I was working twice a week.
Okay.
Like I will shoot every week.
That's
Now
a
I
lot.
stop.
Okay, that's like
now,
8 scenes a month.
Yeah, now I shoot like once a month,
Okay.
twice a month if.
Okay.
I'm very
If it's, like, a
picky
good
with-
scene.
Yeah, I'm very
Okay.
picky with the works that I'm doing now.
I think that that's
Okay.
good. I feel like you've built up enough of a brand where you don't have to do everything. If you don't want
No,
to,
I
you don't
don't.
feel the pressure to do
Yeah.
it, which I think
Yeah.
is important.
No, for
And
sure.
like majority of my work is with girls.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not by choice, it's just sort of happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it just sort of happened.
Okay. And would you say that was like from the beginning? Like, were your scenes different at the start?
From the beginning, yes, because I told my ex that I was only going to shoot with girls because
Okay.
he didn't feel comfortable at that time
Oh, okay.
with me shooting, with guys. So I kind of kept it that way.
Okay. So it like just stayed a part of your brand.
Yeah.
Okay, cute. I
And
love
there's so
that.
many girls that enjoy topping girls or working with girls.
Yeah,
so it sort of
true.
work for me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I guess it like helps you to like stand out. if
No,
that's your
100%.
thing.
That makes a lot of sense. Because
Yeah.
I don't shoot with cis women much anymore.
Yeah.
I used to like for OF, but for studio stuff, I'm trying to like not brand myself as someone that works with cis women because I feel like once you start, like that's all they want you to do.
Pretty much.
So it's like, okay, I'm gonna like take a step back and just
Yeah,
film with
pretty
men.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Yeah,
sure.
I feel like you have to. I don't know if you'd agree, but I feel like you kind of have to be careful with the first couple of scenes you take because you can get pigeonholed into that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. I don't know, because like most of my scenes are like bottoming, and like I finally did like my first topping scene, but I'm like I don't want this to be like a regular thing. I find it so much harder, like being
All
the
my
top.
scenes are me topping majority of all my scenes. I'm
Yeah.
topping.
Yeah.
Like rarely, like a bottom one.
Rarely.
Okay.
Yeah, I even forgot the last time I bottom for a guy on set
Uh huh.
or for a girl on set. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. What about in your like personal life?
I do both.
Okay.
I'm a freak. I do not discriminate. I like boys, girls, trans men, trans girls. I like it all.
Okay, her. Is there one that you like kind of gravitate towards more naturally, or are you kind of like feeling the other person out to see like what they
It's
like?
whatever caught my eye.
Okay.
But I no longer like, if I like a guy, I like a guy. If I like a girl, I like a girl.
Okay.
You know, I do not restrict myself.
Okay.
And if I like everybody, I like everybody at the
Yeah.
same time. It's,
Yeah. Just go with the flow. Okay.
I love that. That's so cool.
No, I love that too. Oh my god. Okay, so one of the things I want to ask you is like, what is like a scene that like you're just like either super proud of, or was like the most fun, or your favorite to film?
The scene that I'm super proud of is the muses that I did with Kira. That's like
Okay.
my
Oh,
most
I love.
proudful one because I chose the theme and I help, like.
Oh, so you kind of like
Yes,
directed it.
yes.
Okay. Oh my god, that's so
Gosh, and you
cool.
won an award for it, so it must have felt really
Yeah,
good to
like-
like put all of that work in
Yeah,
there
you're
and
like-
get the recognition.
Yeah.
They gave us a creative style to choose what we wanted to be.
Okay.
And yeah. I chose a Greek goddess, and it was stunning.
Okay. And so did Kira like help pick out anything as well?
No, everything was me. I picked her as my scene partner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because she was my porn. She's still my porn crush.
Okay. Yeah.
She's stunning.
No, she's so sweet, so gorgeous. Okay, so that's your favorite. What was like the scenario, if you can like describe it for those who haven't seen already?
A Greek goddess. I think it was episode 4, but I'm not quite sure.
Okay.
Some people shows Bridgerton look. Some other girls shows bikers. It's like a huge entire series. I chose a Greek goddess.
Oh, okay.
That's
elaborate.
so cool.
Now I'm like curious. I'm like want to.
Yeah, now I like want to go watch it.
Maybe they bring it back. Hopefully.
Yeah. And how long ago was this?
2 years ago. I think.
Okay.
A year or 2 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, and that's still like your favorite, most proud
Yes.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay.
love
Love. And then on the other end, what was like your least favorite? It could be for like any reason.
And you
Just,
don't have
like,
to,
one
you don't have
that-
to be like too specific if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Because
I'll
I
take
know
it.
it's like, yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to like put any studios or
Names.
people on blast.
Yeah.
but-
No, I won't do that.
Yeah.
No, I know you were that.
But my least favorite was a sort of scene that I'm tied up, incapacitated. And even though I said that my no is do not spit, if you're going to spit on me, do it below my neck. And like, in that particular moment, the performer that I was working with say to open my mouth, and I opened my mouth, and like he spat on my mouth.
Okay. Yeah, it was just
I-
like a reflex of like being told what to do.
No, like, I couldn't move my
Yeah.
hands, but like, it was just really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to hit the person. I wanted to
But
scream,
you couldn't.
and I couldn't, even though I said not to do that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I do not have an issue with the studio.
Yeah.
It was the performer.
It was the performer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is not important anymore.
Yeah.
Pretty
No.
much.
Okay.
I hope.
I think that like, yeah.
Would you say that's like a common thing that would happen? Is like someone like
No, it's not a
breaking
common
that?
thing anymore if you set your boundaries and you go to your do's and don'ts before the scene. But I think they started doing that because a lot of performers were like complaining about like, I said no to this and you still
Yeah.
did it.
Mm-hmm.
It
Yeah.
doesn't really happen anymore.
yeah? Would you say like from now until like the time you started, it's gotten like that's the thing
A
that's
lot
like gotten better?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
better communication.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I just did like my first studio scene recently, and it was like a very descriptive, like, we sat down with
Oh yeah, you got your wings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
girl. That was my
Your
first studio
wings.
scene too, honey.
Yeah.
She popped off. No, but it was like very descriptive of like do's and don'ts. Like everyone was in the room. It was like felt good because I didn't know what to expect going into a studio scene and like how do's and don'ts were like gonna be handled. And so it was nice that Angels did well with that. And I felt like it was good and like respected. And not only was it just between the two performers, it was like everyone in the room. So everyone was aware of it, which I felt like was good.
Yeah, totally.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's nice that like
No, I'm glad they
that
have
doesn't
that.
happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like a few things, but like I won't get into that. But just like with certain things is like unfortunately in the industry there are some times where you have to be good at standing up for yourself. That's something that I like struggle with
Oh
sometimes.
no, my favorite word is no.
Okay.
My
I'm
favorite word
obsessed.
is no. I will tell you how it is.
Give me some of that because I can't. Like, I
I
struggle
am very
with that.
upfront with every single person I encounter in my life. I do not go like I'm not shady.
Okay.
So if I don't like something, I will say, "Girl, I don't like something." I will call you
Okay.
on it.
Yeah.
On the spot.
No, that's like a good habit to have, especially when you're
that's
your own
why
advocate.
They call me Eva the Diva.
Eva the Diva.
Yeah,
Okay.
Eva the
Okay, that was one of the
Diva.
questions I wanted to ask was how do you pronounce your name? Eva?
Eva, yeah.
Eva? Okay.
That's
Because
what I
like
thought.
Yeah.
because
Everyone
like
says
Eva
Eva.
Longoria, right? Like that's who I
Yes.
think of. But then sometimes I like will say Eva and then I'm like, it's not Eva, it's Eva.
Eva.
Yeah.
But I don't really care if they say
Okay.
Eva or, like
Yeah.
those.
Yeah, some people call me Leah, but it's Leah. I'm like, I'm not
get
Princess Leia.
Bella Joy all the time.
Bella Joy.
Yeah.
Or Bella Joie.
Bella Joie.
She's French.
Oui, oui.
Oui, oui. No, but yeah, just like I feel like a good characteristic to have is like being able to say no and trying not to be a people pleaser.
No, not at all.
Just like sets like boundaries.
No,
Yeah.
when
You know?
you've been in the industry for several years, you learn.
Yeah, you get
You
better.
learn, and you have your boundaries and this and that, and do not be scared to speak.
Yeah.
you know, it's your
It's just
your
like
well-being.
starting off, you know, you want to make a good impression, and
Yeah.
100%.
that I feel like that
Like
definitely
if I don't
plays
enjoy a
part.
position, I will say I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I speak. I speak
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
mind all the time.
No, that's what I need to learn,
do
like
not
for
compromise.
sure. Yeah. Okay. So you've listed your favorite, your least favorite. What is something you still want to do in the industry, or on OF, like something like creative you've been like thinking about doing, or like what would be your dream scene?
My dream will be just to leave the industry, to be honest.
Oh,
okay.
So I'm having a bit of an issue now because I feel like I just like hit a wall where like I am trying to like go around it, and I just don't. There's no escape.
You can't like see a way past your
I feel
personal
like I'm
things.
just kind of like burnt out.
Yeah.
And then I don't enjoy, I don't get excited for many things anymore in my private personal life.
Oh, I think that's like pretty common.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like, because, I mean, you've been, like, booked and busy. Obviously, you said you had that little break, but you've been doing this for, like, 5 years.
Yeah, and on
So,
top of-
you've
yeah.
did, like, what? You said 8
31.
scenes, so 8 scenes a month?
Yeah, but not only
For
that.
a whole year is, like,
imagine
90
doing
scenes.
studio work. Between studio work, you're doing OF
OF.
scenes. And then by the time you get home,
You're exhausted.
do you have like time to please your partner, or to
Yeah.
call somebody, or to like enjoy me time? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So like,
Okay,
No.
so, yeah, so, like, you would say, like, you're one of the people that this industry, like, affects, like, your personal sex life
When-
and, like, dating and stuff like
not
that.
necessarily dating or my personal sex life. It's just you just get over it. You're over it. Like it's sex, and then sometimes you have to disattach your mind from your body.
Totally.
So when you get home, you're fully disattached. You're like desensitized.
Yeah.
Like, you know, for October, I did 31 days of Halloween. So between my OF work, which was 31 scenes, 31 different different people,
Outfits, yeah.
outfits, go here, go there, film this, film
Makeup
that,
every day.
you know, and doing studio. You know, I was like, oh my God.
No, that's a lot.
That is
It
a
totally
lot.
explains
I
why
felt
you're
like-
like, I need time off. Like, I
was
need
like,
a
oh my
month
God,
away.
yeah.
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 No, I
Yeah.
also feel like it's one of those things like when you have like fantasies or like things that you want to do and eventually you achieve that, whether it's like in your personal life or on camera, like I feel like it's one of those things when it's constant sex or you achieve all of these fantasies you have, it's kind of like what's left. And then you're just kind of like, okay, like cool, like I've done that. You're like, oh, I've done orgies with this many people, or oh, I've done stuff with men, like cis women and cis men and trans women and trans men, and then it's like I've done all of it together, and it's just kind of like you're left with this like, okay, so like,
What now?
yeah, what now? And that's like a defeating feeling.
Yeah.
You know?
So I'm going to take another break. I'm still going to work on several projects here now and then, like super important projects that I want to do. But besides that, I think XBIS would be my last convention.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay, so no
wow.
AVN.
No AVN.
Okay.
I'll be in a cruise for AVN.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going on the cruise.
Are you going?
I don't think so.
Why?
Not anymore. It's just like not my journey, you know?
I'll be in a cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
No, that is gonna be so fun. Like I've heard
The
nothing
Grove.
but good
I never
things.
done it.
I hadn't either. Yeah.
I never done it, so
Yeah.
No, it
I
should
mean,
be
it's like
so
cold
good.
the winter time. Like, it would be so good to like be on a cruise. Like
No,
a
yeah, and
warm
it's like
cruise.
in the Bahamas, and it's
just
like
so
24
relaxing.
hour, or it's like 24-hour a day EDM music.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's supposed to be so good. So.
I'm gonna be just raving and raging.
No, that's so cool.
No, that should be
Maybe.
such a good time.
Okay. So
No
XBiz
idea.
last convention for the foreseeable future.
Yes.
You're not going to do the teas.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
may
you'll-
be
you'll just, like, play it by
like,
ear
You
kind of
know,
thing.
I may be involved in like things here now and then, but I don't know if I need to focus on other things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just like
I
take your
wanna
time
do-
and
Yeah.
Other projects, go back to school,
Oh, okay.
have me time, travel.
Yeah.
I may just still be doing OF, but studio work, I'm just gonna pause it for like a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that'll be good
Just,
though.
like, recenter.
regroup. Yeah.
No, I love that.
I already have a brand for my, I am Eva Maxim, so whatever I
Yeah.
can step. So whether I take a break or not, it'll be very easy for
Yeah.
me.
No,
to,
like when you decide, like if
To
and when
come
you decide to
back,
come back,
know.
like you'll be welcome with open arms. Obviously,
So-
people will be like, "I need her first."
Bye.
Yeah, take a step back. Let let us
I-
get a chance, girl.
She's like, I need to like let these other girls like have a chance.
I
Yeah.
done did it. There's other things that I want to do. I want to adventure in businesses and other stuff. And being in the sex work will just not allow me to do those things
Yeah.
that I want to do.
You're like, yeah, it's time.
So
Okay, so bomb to drop. Okay, so like, just to circle back to the question, do you feel like you've already done everything you like want to do,
Like career-wise, within
career
the
wise,
adult
scene
industry.
wise, or do you just feel like you're done for now and like maybe you haven't done everything you've wanted to do, but like it doesn't matter.
I'm not done for now. I'm just taking like a little. I'm just going to slow down. Not like I'm fully going to disappear.
Yeah.
Like I'll still would take couple scenes, but not in the capacity that I was like
Yeah.
working like every week or every month. Like not that.
If it's good for you, if the studio matches what you want, then you're like good to go.
And like, not everybody has my rate.
That too. Do you feel like your rate affects, how much you get booked and stuff like that? Or do you
It
feel like
does-
because you have that brand?
It does not
It makes it more
affect,
bookable.
but at the same time, I know what I'm worth. I know how I work and my ethic of what I bring to the table, and I know my numbers. So if I sell, I sell. I was like number one girl for the first quarter and second quarter consecutively of 2024. So I know what I bring to the table. So
Yeah.
my rate is my rate, and I will not have maybe to the new girls, but I'll give you a perfect example. Let's say I'm booked for a foursome, right? And then someone wants to pay me $1,600. That's psychotic. A new girl may take it, and I'm not saying, may take it because she needs it or this and that. but
Or
I'm
she just
like-
doesn't know. Yeah.
or she doesn't know. And like I feel like a lot of directors and companies in the porn industry and love like that, they take advantage of
The new girls.
not necessarily the new girls, because I know of big name girls, I still get paid less than I do. I'm not gonna
okay.
name anybody because
Of
it's not
course.
my
Yeah.
business, but
Yeah.
it's just
Okay.
I see it as a business.
Yeah.
Right, and that must be hard because it's like if you're trying to say your rate and say your worth, and then the studios are like, well, we can book this girl that also has a name for half the rate or a quarter or whatever it is, and then it's like there's no way to advocate if there's not all of us across the board like standing up in the same way. You know what I mean? So that is
I'm
difficult.
advocating for the girls so they can get paid more, but then Jujubee, who has another brand name, takes the scene, takes the foursome for
less, and then it undermines like everybody
and
else.
like it's like, okay, girl.
Yeah.
So we'll still
Yeah.
be undermined. We'll still then the treatment of conventions and this and that is just affects my mental state pretty much.
Yeah.
You just have to be like happy, and you
We
have to
didn't
like
even
do
work.
what makes
Our
you
category wasn't even mentioned in the nomination parties.
Oh, honey, we were there.
we were there.
And this was her
So-
first nomination ever.
Yeah, I was super excited.
And so it was really exciting
But-
for her to, get recognized.
Yeah, it's great to like obviously like get your noms and whatever. It's just like it is nice just like regardless of what category you're in, and not obviously every nominee in every category obviously can't win,
And
but
then
it's just your hard work being
I see
appreciated.
people that talked so much shit about the convention last year and how they didn't have a booth and this and that because they don't support entities that do not support trans, quote unquote, this and that. But then this year around, they're going to the convention, so make it make sense.
Yeah.
I either
Actions to match the
advocating for the girls and standing with the girls, or what is it? So it's just extremely weird.
I mean, that like plays into like knowing your worth, like whether it's with studios or whether it's with big events, right? It's like we know we bring in money. Like I think like trans.
But not only
trans
that,
porn is,
none of
like,
us stay
super
united
popular.
in anything. Trans people are very just. I want to say it.
Come on, girl.
And they can confirm me or whatever, but like trans people are not united whatsoever.
Oh, you
And,
don't
like,
think so?
Oh, I
Okay.
know so.
Okay.
I don't think so. I know so.
So do you feel like it's very like individual? Like everyone's just looking out for themselves?
Absolutely.
That's such a shame.
I'm not going to say names, but you'll see it. You'll see it. If any of us grabs the award for
Performer of the year.
Performer of the Year, I don't think anybody's going to call out any institution. I've seen it happen. But then you're talking and telling me how unfair it was and how this and how that, but you have the microphone
They're
and
just
you're
gonna
not
be like, at
saying
least I
anything,
got that.
thing. So
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like disappointing for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, because like they're like people say that, and like I guess I'm like newer to the actual like
All the
industry
girls- yeah.
side of it, but a lot of the girls, like yourself included, like I feel have been super like warm and welcoming, and like have given me advice from like time to time. Like same with like Bella, like there's been like Soraya and Emma, I feel like have helped me so much within
Leilani's another
with
one
the
that's been
industry.
really
Leilani
great.
also have
Leilani's
just been
one of
like
the
super
sweetest.
supportive, and like
Yeah.
I feel that, and it's just unfortunate that like I guess not your experience but your like opinion of like these like a lot of these other girls they just don't have that same kind of like sisterhood, and like we all want to like build
No,
each
they
other up, you
don't.
know.
Yeah,
So-
which is like a really big
don't.
shame.
And that's why I don't really hang out with many people in the industry because it just turns to be like problematic.
do you find
Of
it like
some sort.
like competition wise, you mean, or like
At the end of the day, we are competition because if we're running from the same category,
there's only so
whether-
many spots,
whether
yeah.
we're friends or not, like, we're kind of fighting for the same award, quote unquote. I do not compete. I don't even care if I win an award or not because that does not make my money.
Yeah.
So it's very nice to be recognized, but at the end of the day, like I know my work is stunning.
Yeah.
Whether it gets nominated or
Yeah,
not.
you're just like, I want to be proud of what I do,
You know,
put in
exactly.
my work, and get my bag, and be happy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like the best, honestly, you can do with it, because like,
And that's like good advice too, I feel like.
Yeah.
So you don't like get caught up in it for
yeah,
sure.
because like if you just like are so focused on the award, like I feel like you'll just be like left disappointed.
A lot of people leave disappointed, and a lot of people feel like they're not like good enough, and etc. etc. Because not every single one of us will get recognized.
Yeah.
There is other girls that they've been in the industry for years and years, and they have never like won an award or even been mentioned on things, but they still stunning performers.
Of course.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
And like
for
maybe
sure.
they'll get their flowers, or maybe they won't, but yeah.
If
it's
you're just like happy with like what you put out and like
Yeah.
what you do and you're confident in that, then it like
Yeah.
doesn't really matter if a company recognizes you or
Exactly.
not. Yeah.
And like I think that's like that is important, like to play back into like if you are burnt out and you're like trying to chase after this thing that maybe like you might never get, like it's good to know when to like pull back and focus on just being happy
I
again.
need to feel good in absolutely everything that I do. And then if I know that I'm not going to bring my best because I'm over, because it's not in me to perform anymore, then I will not take on that project because it's my image, it's my name, it's my brand. And everything that I do needs to be on point.
Yeah. I feel like that's a really good attitude to have.
So
for, like,
if I
stuff like
feel I'm at 50% and I do not have the energy to like give 1,001%, then I'll just, I'll chill and I relax for like a little bit until I get inspired again.
until you get your groove back.
Yeah, and then it's over for you girls. Yeah, once more. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. No, that's honestly like stunning. Like I love
No,
that
I love
attitude.
that. I think that's so good, and I think it's like important for newer girls to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay. Just like tying into the industry thing, just one last time. Do you have like a favorite, either like company director or performer who like time after time you just feel like it's like a super amazing experience or scene?
I love Adult Time, Brim Mills,
Okay.
Ricky Ringwood. Every single director that I work with, they're stunning.
Yeah.
They have been so great to me and so loving and caring. Like, yeah.
Okay. That's sweet. Yeah.
I love them. They love me.
That's good to have like a reliable person like that who you're just like, okay, this, because I like it wouldn't feel like work, right? Like it just
I
feels like.
love working for Adult Time.
Yeah.
I think that's Adult Time is one of my favorites. Transcending, love Tom Moore. I work with him a lot. And I work with Ricky Ringwood a lot. He's a stunning director too.
Who does he direct?
Adult Time now, actually.
Oh, okay. Cute.
Yeah, I've heard nothing
Yeah.
but good things.
Adult Time, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay, cute.
Love that.
What's your favorite position?
Oh wait, we'll do both. What's your favorite position with women and men?
Yeah.
Because they're two different things. If you like to top and bottom, I'm assuming the positions you like are different.
Okay, for bottoming, I like to be on top and take control.
Ooh, honey.
Because, like,
good.
I
Okay.
just know my spots. And for,
So like cowgirl?
like writing.
like, writing, yeah.
Yeah.
I love to write
What
it.
are the ways they're on top? Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I love to write it. But
I'm like thinking,
I don't really get topped a lot on scenes, so.
Okay,
No, but
true.
in personal life too.
No, personal life.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm bottoming, love to be real to the gods. Just until, like, even if I said no, just continue. But
Yeah.
if I'm topping, I love to give the same energy. Like,
Okay.
like,
So like a
I'll lay
true
it down.
switch.
Yeah, like I'll lay
Okay.
it down.
Yeah. I love that for sure.
Okay, that's awesome. Yeah.
Give the same energy she got.
No, honestly, like
Absolutely.
that's such tea.
I love that.
Favorite porn to watch? What just like is your go-to? You're like, okay, we gotta like get this over with. You have that itch and you're like, what is like your reliable like favorite category?
What I normally go to now is like just boring POV, just kind of like
More
lazy
sensual?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a
I hear that actually a
lazy
lot
fuck.
with like people who do like OF or like industry
Yeah.
work. It's just like I feel the same way. Like in my personal life, I kind of just like it like
Like I won't be trolling
Sensual.
and flipping on. I'll do
Yeah, you're
it
like,
if
I've
wanna-
already done that.
Like I'll do it if I want to put up a show for someone that I like. Like I'll
Like a new
bring,
person.
Like I'll bring Eva Maxim out and I'll be
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
but
and then they never
No.
get that again.
absolutely
They're like, that was your one
not.
time.
It's one time only show.
Yeah.
But rather than that, no, I'm,
Okay, so like POV.
yeah.
Okay, like VR or just.
Oh my God, I just recently saw myself on VR and I was freaking out.
Did you go up close to the camera, like your face?
Yes.
Because I did, and you look like
Yes.
Phineas and Ferb when you do that. And my
No, it
face was
distorts
my face
your
was
face.
distorted, and that's how they started the video off. And I was like, I look like I'm in a
No, like-
fishbowl.
It looked very intense because I was like talking to myself and looking into the camera. So it's me looking into me naked. And It was.
Yeah, I don't know if we're like supposed to see that. Like, we were never intended to like.
I don't
see
recommend
ourselves like
it,
that.
but if you're into yourself, sure. It was like very creepy. Just
We were just
my,
talking about that yesterday.
You know, just
if you watch your own porn.
myself, and like I was like, oh my god, no, I can't, I couldn't.
No,
was
I can't
like,
either.
I felt like I was doing
don't like
something
hearing myself
incestuous.
or watching myself.
I have never seen a full scene of mine.
No, same.
No.
I can't. I
every
might watch the
time-
trailer to make sure I look good, and
Oh,
then I'm
yeah.
like, okay.
Like every time I started, I started laughing and I get like, oh my god, I can't.
No, it's like cringe.
Because I will like judge myself. I don't know. I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So I never been able to finish
Okay.
a whole entire.
No, a few of my friends like literally like masturbate to
No, they
their
like,
own
to their own
Oh,
porn.
own porn,
I
and I'm
have
like, oh, like
crazy.
imagining that guy or girl like doing that to you again, and then. She was like, no, like I actually just like watching myself. Like if I could like fuck myself, I would.
I like friends that will do like a viewing party of their scene coming out, which is stunning. I love it. Love that for them. But yeah, to me,
That
no.
could not be me.
You're like,
No, I
everyone
can't.
come watch me get absolutely destroyed on camera.
No.
I mean, I would love to go to one of my
I would love
friends.
to go, but it would
I
not be
couldn't
for
have
myself.
My own. No.
And then I'll be like, why is my face like that? And why is my hand like that? And
Oh
why
yeah,
am
I know
why
you
am I making that
overanalyze
noise?
yourself.
Some of the noises, I'm like, bitch, shut up. Like,
I
why
was
do you
exact-
sound
Or
like
like
that?
you're trying to think of something to
Exactly.
say, and then you're like, why did I say that? Like that.
Literally.
No.
It's like, can you say yes one more time? Like, literally, just stop.
Yeah. No, it's too cringe. I can never.
No, so true.
Okay, I guess this is like, I don't know if this ties into like anything you want to do in the industry, but is there like an award you really would have wanted to win? If you don't get it, of course, in the next couple months. Like just one that you really wanted.
I never really care for awards, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Like, I've been in the industry for 5 years, but the first time I ever went to a convention was last year.
Oh, wow.
At AVN?
Last year was my first time ever going to XBs, to the T's, and to AVN.
Really?
Yes, like before that time, I won XBIS and I wasn't there to pick it up or anything like
Oh.
that. Like, I never
Just
really.
like didn't like the environment, or
I just wasn't very. I was doing my studio work. I would leave studio, and
you're just
that's
like, I
it.
don't want to like.
Eva Maxim will stay in the studio, and I will go about
Okay. Yeah, because I saw
my
you like this
married
year at
life,
AVN. I
yeah.
didn't realize it was like your first AVN. That's
my
crazy.
married life, my normal regular. I do enjoy my normal regular life.
Yeah.
that has nothing to do with like
Yeah.
the
You keep it
sex
very
working.
like
Yeah.
separate. I feel like that's really healthy to have.
yeah.
No, I think so for sure.
Okay.
It's
But-
important to like set those boundaries like with yourself, you know, and like not get like lost in it and be able to like differentiate the two. And like for me, like before you asked like when I'm moving to Vegas, and like for me that's so important that I can like come here and do my work and like have fun and like kiki and be like Bella Joey, and then go home to Tampa and like disconnect and just like be home with like friends that aren't in the industry, friends that just like work traditional jobs and just like do whatever and like have that separation.
Yeah.
I think is like
The Hannah Montana
important.
life is like needed.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, literally.
I live in the Maxim in the studio.
Yeah.
And I pick her back up whenever I enter the studio again.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it'll be just too exhausting for me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
know.
but like you say that, but have you ever been to XBiz Miami?
No.
Because
No, Xmas Miami
It's
is
so
kind of a
fun.
vibe.
And Miami,
look at
and
her,
I know
she's
you're there
so
all the time.
done. She's so done, but it's
no,
such
this
a
is where we
vibe.
met, and I like going there so much because it's not so like sometimes they can feel very corporate or like very like seminary, and like that's not for me. I know some people like love to like learn about like just different like strategies and whatever, but I feel like it's just like a party, and like
No, it is like fun.
I like just like partying with like all my friends and stuff. Like
Maybe next time, maybe once I like,
Yeah.
She's decompressed.
you know, I'll join again and like
Yeah.
go to like conventions.
We'll just
and
be like,
this
just
and
like
that.
take a quick little drive down to Miami Beach, and
Oh, I love
Have a
Miami.
mojito.
Yeah, I love Miami.
Really, you love
Like,
Miami?
Oh my god!
I
every
love
time I go-
Miami.
Every
I
time
like
go,
can't do Miami.
She's not a Miami girl.
I'm not a Miami girl.
I
I
have so
am.
many friends, and then
That's different,
I
yeah.
go, you know, I mean, I had this day, I mean, another yacht this other day. Then I'm doing dinner here, then I'm doing dinner there. So it's just like, you know,
She's busy.
I love Miami, and Miami loves me.
Yeah.
I just couldn't live there right now because I'll be
Yeah.
too entertained with like doing something from Monday to Monday. And
Yeah,
then I
like
will
going
never-
out every single day. And the food there, I love their food.
No, food is good. The vibes,
Like their oysters, like
it's very pretty.
Food, the daddies. Shout out to all my daddies.
The
in
daddies with
Miami.
boats.
I love you guys.
My Insta
love
handle
that.
is at Eva.
Yeah.
Just slide right in. No,
Yeah.
no, Miami's such a good time. That's like honestly, I think my favorite, like,
No, it's,
industry event.
that is for sure mine. I mean, I really liked the teas. The teas I had a
So,
really good time
yeah, I've
at.
never been.
And you haven't been. I liked it just because it was like a fun key, but Miami Expos is really good time, I think.
I always have a
The parties are fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
for
very
sure.
fun. Very fun, very fun. Okay, so we'll get into your transition. So,
Okay.
as trans women, we all go through it, obviously. So, just tell us a little bit about, I guess, like growing up and like your childhood and kind of when you realized you were trans.
I didn't. Well, I always knew I was a girl because I came out to my parents when I was 12. So I was already living. I was a cute little gay boy in high school, and I had a boyfriend, and nobody could call me names because I was already out. But I didn't start my transition until later on.
Okay.
Really?
Like after high school?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And where did you grow up? Because I know you said you lived in LA and
I started
And
transitioning
then
here
Vegas
in
now.
Vegas, but then I left to Spain, and when I came back,
to Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you lived in Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I love that.
Yeah, I've been all over. I moved to Bilbao, Spain, and when I
Okay.
came back, I was full blown Eva. So
Yeah.
So you mainly transitioned
So you, like-
in Spain.
You like
Yes.
left America and then came back the girl she is today.
yeah, I left America dressed very androgynous, and when I came back, I was full blown girl, and I think I only came back.
We all have a blonde face.
I came back to get my titties done.
All right, okay, so you left America, came back as a blonde girl, got your titties done.
I just didn't want anyone to influence my transition, so I didn't really tell anything to my dad or my family members. I only told my best friends, and like I grabbed a bunch of my hormones. I had my first hormone shot here in Vegas, and then I left. Because I didn't want anyone to tell me, like, don't do it,
Yeah.
don't do this, don't do that.
Were you
So-
afraid of like their reaction?
No, I never care for anybody's reaction. I've been very independent since I was 16. So never really lived with my dad or anything like that. Like, I always been
Yeah.
an it girl. So, I'm sorry. So, like, no, I was not scared. I did it for myself, but I did enjoy... I sort of enjoy being a boy.
Okay.
Really?
Like you wouldn't
did.
say like,
Like,
it was like
I have a
super
No, I
dysphoric.
had no. It was not dysphoric, but I will get into these weird attacks of like I'm just gonna throw all my boy clothes away and then I'm just going to be a boy, and then I'm gonna throw all my girl clothes away and I'm just going to be, and vice versa. So
Yeah.
I had that internal issue, so I went to therapy. I went to therapy to figure out what was going on because I literally, legit, not going to lie to you, I felt like two people. I felt like a boy and then I felt like a girl.
That's so hard.
And I will dress like a boy during the day, but I'll be a girl during the night. I guess call it cross-dressing. And the second I had my first hormone shot, my brain just like
It's like it like
it just
connected.
clicked.
Yeah.
Okay.
My brain just clicked,
Yeah.
and I have not. I feel complete.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's
I
really
love
good
that.
that happened
There is
for
not
you like
another
that.
surgery that I need. There is not anything. Oh, obviously, always I will always upgrade, but it
No,
has
same.
nothing to do with like
Literally.
I do not feel dysphoric anymore.
That's amazing, honestly,
and
to
I'm
like reach that
okay
point.
with my body parts and everything that is. I have learned to accept myself fully. So I am a trans woman.
Yeah.
I do not want to be
Anything else?
anything else than a
Yeah.
trans woman.
Yeah.
So I do not want to
Obsessed.
take anybody's space. So my view on trans people is different.
Yeah.
I'm okay with being called and being a trans woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Period. Yeah.
I love that.
No, that's amazing. And yeah. I don't know. Like, yeah, hormones for me were kind of I don't know, I felt like I already like felt like it, but I felt like a fraud up until I started like
Hormones.
taking hormones and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then you kind of start seeing your reflection match your brain. But that's interesting for you how it like was like an instantaneous like click of like, oh, like I actually am gonna like kind of leave this like this boy behind and like now fully embrace like who you are.
Well, I'll tell you this. I didn't even get facial work or anything until 3 years ago because I
Okay.
felt like I never needed it.
Well, it looks amazing
the
because you look
thank you.
stunning.
And like the only surgery I only wanted was like the sex change.
Oh, really?
wow.
Okay, so did I,
So,
but
the
not anymore.
only- No. What sex work and being in the industry and stuff like that has teach me is to accept myself how I am, and then I just figure out that I don't want to say that I'm fucking perfect because I'm not perfect, but I am. I'm perfect.
Yeah.
I am stunning. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing I'll say
I love that.
I'll get from sex work. It just kind of let me love myself just how I come.
Yes.
But the only surgery I wanted was like the sex change. But I
Yeah.
don't have that before
I
anymore.
remember like going through that as well, and I actually like applied to get it. Like that was gonna be the first thing I did as well. But then I kind of like, I mean, obviously like OF and industry has like also kind of taught me that is like there's people who like are like obsessed with you like just the way you are.
Yeah.
And also I think like when I really reflected was just because you get it doesn't change the fact that you're still a trans woman and you'll always be a trans woman.
Your
And,
chromosomes will always be XY, baby girl.
yeah, and like
So
you're
I'm just
not
going
going to be
let
able
you
to.
know that.
You can't change that, and you're gonna have to like. You can't. You could be stealth like forever, but why would you want to do that to yourself or to whoever you're gonna be with?
No,
and like if you're a trans
100%.
woman, like they're gonna like you regardless. Like they're not gonna be like, oh, like I'm only gonna like date you because you have like a vag now. I don't know. I feel like that it wouldn't really change anything. Like
No,
if
but I think at the beginning, like you're caught up in the idea of like, oh my god, if I got GRS,
you're gonna be like
it's-
unclockable fully.
You're gonna feel so good, and it's just gonna like solve all of these dysphoric issues, which I guess for certain people it could, but then it's like, I feel like a lot of times with trans people, it's like you get a surgery and then it unlocks new things. So it's like you would do that, and then I feel like, especially if that's the first thing someone does, it could like promote like you could like be very depressed and stuff after if you don't take enough time to
I
really
just-
settle into your transition and like who you are.
I just want to say this for any trans girl out there, for anyone that wants to transition, do not get surgeries for any man or to get a man or to keep a man.
Or to be
If
accepted
you're
by
able to
them,
be
yeah.
accepted by them. If you ever get a surgery, please just do it for yourself, whether it is
100%.
Period. Yeah.
sex change or whatever it is, because it won't be good for you.
No,
No.
it
Like
won't.
I see so many people. I think trans people got so popular now that it's a little bit more accepted that there are so many people they transitioning and having suicidal thoughts and et cetera, because I do believe there's true trans people out there.
Of course.
But I also believe a lot of people just do it because it's just into fashion or because to match their friends or because they want to keep a man and not the right reasons.
Yeah, I
and
think
that
that
leads to very fucked up things because hormones aren't a joke.
No, they're
You're changing your
literally
body chemistry,
serious.
yeah.
No, especially if you're around someone taking hormones, you can see the difference from like beginning to end. Even if it's just like not like transition like hormones, like if you're not going like male to female or female to male, but even just like when a man starts taking testosterone, you can see the difference in development of, you know, a man when he has more testosterone or a woman with more estrogen or whatever the case may be. It's a very serious thing that I feel like can be like desensitized in society sometimes because everyone can just get them, so it doesn't seem as serious as it really is.
At the end of the day, like it is like a medication, and like you have to realize like you're gonna have to like be on it for the rest of your life if like you want the things it's gonna do for you. And like I would say for me, it has like relieved a lot of things I was like really dysphoric about, but sometimes I do like panic and I'm like, oh my god, like I'm on medication. Like we all kind of are like guinea pigs in a way, because like how many studies are there of like what this actually does to like our heart, our brain, stuff like that. And like I'm willing to go through with it, but like it like I don't know. I just don't want it to be like something that has like detrimental side effects like we don't know of yet.
There are so many trans people, especially trans women, are past the age of 35. So that should like
I know. It's like it's scary.
Yeah, you're right. Like I'm like I've thought
like
about
we're
it before.
all like
there's,
kind of coming up at the same time. Like
Well, we'll find out eventually.
yeah.
Time will tell.
We all just like boop, like fall over in the streets. Like it's time. No, yeah. But yeah. Okay, so
Wild.
but would you say like just circling back, like your family and everything, like are they comfortable with like who you are now, like totally accepting?
Oh yeah,
like,
my whole entire family is accepting. My dad, my mom.
That's amazing.
I love that.
Yeah, everyone knows. Everyone calls me she. Everyone's
As
you
they
know,
should.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no issues.
Good.
Thankfully, I have stunning, loving parents, and from the second that I came out when I was 12, like they've been just super supportive. Of
That's super great. Yeah. Yeah, because
that.
it's good to have that support system. 100%.
For sure.
Okay. So something that we kind of maybe not struggle with, because like I feel like if we don't let it really like affect us too much, but just like this stigma that comes along with like sex work and everything like that. Like, would you say that like even within maybe your family, it doesn't sound like that's a thing because your family is like super open and accepting of you, but maybe just from like online or whatever, like how do you deal with like backlash and stuff?
I don't have any backlash.
Yeah.
No.
Your opinion or anyone's opinion, I don't really care about.
Okay.
You know, I live in my cute little bubble, and I am who I am. I do what I do. If you like it, great. If you don't, then it's your issue, not mine. So I just move into the world just being
You're
me.
just like,
No,
okay.
yeah.
No, as you
Like,
should.
what
And-
do you do? I do porn. If you like it, great. If you want to stay and explore me, stunning. If you don't, bye-bye.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to be like, oh my God. Like, I was always so concerned about what people will think and people would like that of me. And I will never have a boyfriend because I do porn, and I will never do this and I will never do that. Like, no one pay my bills.
No.
Yeah.
You know, no one pay my bills. If you want to have an opinion, and if I allow it, you can pay my bills. Anyone can come pay my bills
And
right
then, like,
now
okay, maybe I'll
and
give you a
me
say.
an opinion, please.
Yeah.
You'll tell my OnlyFans and not Google me, Eva Maxim, and subscribe and give me your opinion. Whoever is paying for my shit can give me their opinion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Period. I feel
No,
like
I love
that's the attitude to have.
I live unapologetically.
Yeah.
So
Period.
I'm free.
It's like too exhausting to constantly be concerned about what other people think.
It's like at the very beginning of Metro Station when I was like so concerned to be clocked, and I would do and speak a certain way and move a certain way and not, you know, but I don't care anymore. If you clock me, you clock me. You cannot deny me. I'm stunning head to toe.
No, literally.
So that's it.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Honestly.
Obsessed.
I'm so obsessed. Well, okay.
That was great. That was amazing. Okay.
Gagged.
Literally. No, the message
Indeed.
is so good. Like, truly. Like, everything about you is phenomenal.
No,
So.
I feel like you're such like an icon in the industry, and like so many
Absolutely.
girls, myself included, like look up to you and like what you've done and accomplished. And
And
I mean, just look at what you're wearing today. Like,
And it makes
Honey
so
came
much
all down.
sense, like, why everyone, because this is our first time, like, really getting to talk. It makes so much sense as why everyone's, like, so obsessed with you. Because, like, everyone around me had said nothing but good things about you. So it was fun to, like, just sit here and kind of observe, because you guys have known each other for a bit longer. And just kind of hear, and, like, you have, like, just such a good vibe and aura to you. It just, I'm obsessed.
you
I walk
exude
in
confidence.
I just
Yes.
walk in a straight line, and you can either take me for who I am or not.
Yeah.
The issue's yours. You know, I'm still going to keep, floating around.
Yeah.
As you should.
I love that so much. And thank you so much for coming on. This was
Oh, thank you for
amazing
having
getting to
me.
know you a little more.
Absolutely.
And then I was going to say, any socials you want to plug? I mean, I know your IG right now is a little...
My new Instagram, which is Eva the Diva _Maxim. And my Twitter is Eva_Maxim. And then my OnlyFans is Eva_Maxim.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
easy. Love
Perfect.
that. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you guys for watching.
See you guys next time. Bye.
Until next time. Bye.